Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know it. We just went to see Wreck-It Ralph, and we got a little bit excited about it, so we figured we'd just get a little vlog or whatever. We're gonna just talk a little bit about it, and then we'll say we got this if we want to see it again. So
we watched this.
We watched this. So, what'd you guys think?
I went to this knowing it was going to be a good movie, and it didn't. I loved this movie. It was one of those movies, like, usually when I sit in a theater, I can't wait to get up. I'm like, it's a good movie, I just, like, I want to get out. I didn't feel that once throughout this movie. I'm like, I want to keep going, I want to keep watching. I'm like, I didn't feel tired. I wanted to stay there, not get out of the theater. It was an excellent movie.
I was totally excited the whole entire movie.
Oh, I was.
Like, just from a cinematic standpoint, everything they put in the movie just, like, fit together. They're like, hey, let's mention this one little thing here, and then they bring it forward, like, close to the end of the movie.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was
I love the little cameos they're doing there, because, like, you're watching the background, like, oh, I recognize this character, like, oh, there's that item from that game. And,
I still don't know who that purple rhino dude on every fucking movie poster
yeah, I know. Like, I was like...
It was in one scene, like, oh, we need this guy on the standee.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who the fuck is
Standee
that
bad guy.
It's just a fucking purple rhino guy. And I had a little apprehension going into it just because I'm like, alright, it looks good, but I have a thing with Sarah Silverman where it's just sort of like, I saw, I'm like, oh, Sarah Silverman's intentionally being annoying. And like, Sarah Silverman, she's got the gamut where it's like, she's either really funny and like sexy, where you got like, I'm trying to think of some, like her stand-up.
name something she's been sexy in.
She was on The League. She's a hot chick.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
She can doll herself up.
I think she's good looking until she opens her mouth, and then it's just like...
Well, like like I said, that's...
What?
I don't know how Jimmy Kimmel does it.
It's like, yeah, when she's on Jimmy Kimmel, she's funny, and like, but then they got the other stuff where it's just like half of the Sarah Silverman program where you just want to punch her in the mouth.
Yeah.
So going into it, I'm like, oh, it's her being intentionally annoying. So I was like, am I gonna hate this kid? But she pulled it off. The cast was really good. I mean, yeah, John C. Reilly. He was
good.
Yeah, he was talented. He wasn't bringing Steve Brule in.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he did Steve Brule throughout this entire movie.
I would have hated that.
I would have loved it, but...
I hate
What do you mean you gotta get the medal? If you find yourself in a candy kingdom, just can't race.
Just check it out, goes across the top of the screen.
Who was Felix? Was he the blonde guy from 30 Rock? Was that who that was?
Yeah.
That was him? I thought that, like...
I forgot his name. John something or other.
Because the voice sounded familiar. I was like, I wasn't quite sure that was him, though.
Yeah, he didn't really do much in this movie.
Yeah.
No. He was there.
He was fixing it.
He fixed it. Yeah.
He was the love interest.
He said
which
he could
was
fix
really awkward.
That's what the main character didn't have the love interest.
It was like when I saw the Jane Lynch character, or Jane Lynch plays like this. She essentially plays Master Chief, which I thought she was like. I thought she was like one of the funniest people in the movie.
Oh, definitely.
She has
I like Jane Lynch and everything besides Glee, but I mean, she played it up really good, and they have a lot of running jokes in this, and they just sort of. Apparently, she was supposed to be married, and like she had the guy says she had the most tragic backstory installed or programmed into it.
That was great.
And it was just it was, but you would think like the main character would get the girl at the end.
Well, if he did, it would have been pedophilia.
Yeah, sort of.
Well, then he's the bad guy. Bad guys don't usually get the girls.
But he did get a medal.
Yeah, he got a medal.
He did get that medal.
And he gave apparently he also gave Hubert a home, and apparently Hubert was just some bum. It's fucking hard times for Hubert, man.
I love that line that they threw in at the end of it, like the these new kids are calling it retro, and it's like that's totally what's in right now, and that's what it's the cool thing. So they kind of gave a little nod to that, and he's like, I don't get it. I don't want to Wreck-It Ralph. I don't get it. Go to Wreck-It.
I'm surprised they didn't make him like. He's been around for 30 years, so I was waiting for that grizzled old fucking. These goddamn kids with fucking pixels.
I'm not a glitch, I'm just dyslexic.
That was
probably my favorite line throughout the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I was going in. I'm like, it's either gonna be really good or really bad, and I generally liked it. I thought it was really good.
It's an excellent movie.
Yeah. We also have two things different today. Besner here isn't usually part of we got this, but he came with us, so we're like, yeah, we need your opinion. And Mike here actually didn't even see the movie, so he's going to give us his insight on the trailers.
No, it didn't look good.
Sorry.
You were wrong. That is a wrong opinion.
No, okay.
There's no such thing as a wrong opinion.
That one is.
I'm totally siding with Mike on this, because when I saw the trailers for the movie, I'm like, just flip tables, like, done. What are they doing? This looks like shit. Mostly because I looked at the trailer and I'm like, oh, they picked all the corny, funny parts to make it look like a Disney movie instead of look like what it was. And so I was not looking forward to this.
Yeah, that trailer didn't, like, it gets pretty, like, you get see on the heart sometimes. That and, like, the bad guy. I don't want to give away sort of, like, the bad guy of the movie. But,
He was awesome.
He turns out to be pretty fucking creepy at the end.
I did not see that ending coming.
No, me neither.
That blew me away.
Yeah, I love that they wrapped it together, and he wasn't just a bad guy. He like had.
No, he was bad. He was
he
wasn't a villain of a game, is what he said.
Well, it was more like they explained it more rather than just like, oh, I'm a static character. It's like, no, he's a dynamic character that came from X, Y, and Z, and I don't want to spoil it that much, but like. I thought it was great.
Well, not just him. Every character really had a great.
Oh yeah,
it was pretty awesome.
They made it was very. Everything was very fluid. It wasn't just when you're throwing everything into a big pot, which they were technically. There's a lot of chance it could just turn into a shit soup.
Yeah,
there was one character in the movie I actually hated. I think we're supposed to hate that guy. It was the one guy in the hotel. That always picked up
the alcoholic.
Yeah, that guy. I fucking hated that guy.
Dude drank more martinis I've ever seen in a fucking Disney movie.
Yeah,
he was just mixing them up. I'm like, oh, that's a fucking holler right there going. Yeah. He was just getting sauced up that entire fucking movie, man.
Are you supposed to turn martini glasses upside down when you're finished like that, or is he just being a douche?
A little bit of both.
Because
because if he wanted to be a douche though, like he gave him that penthouse and he's just like, this is your penthouse now.
Well, he is a man of his word. Like, I hate how we picked on Ralph, but it made sense because he's the villain. He's like, you keep wrecking
his house.
Like, it made sense. It's just, you actually like Ralph, so like anyone who doesn't like him is an asshole. But that's just how it is.
Kind of like the love to hate.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it, like the movie starts off where you find out it's like the 30th anniversary of Wreck-It Ralph and all the Fix-It Felix and all the friends are having a party. You're telling me within the 30 years that they've been doing this game, they haven't been like, oh, hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
they're just like, they've always viewed him as this fucking weird
outcast.
Especially when they invite other guys from other games to come in, like Pac-Man and Sonic were there, and like, that must be Mario.
Yeah, Mario
should be late.
Yeah.
I would like to party with Pac-Man, man.
That would be pretty cool.
I feel like he'd pop all the pills.
He would.
Let's talk about the minor thing that I'm sure Nate's on to get to, the soundtrack.
The soundtrack was amazing.
God,
I need to get this soundtrack somehow.
70 minutes, 25 songs on this soundtrack.
Yeah, it was like the best way that any kind of music can be put into any kind of media is when you don't notice it. They're like, it's like the ninjas of the media, whatever you want to call it. It's like if the soundtrack's doing what it's supposed to and it's doing well, you don't even hear the music, you just feel whatever. And I gotta be honest, I kind of got choked up at a few different scenes. But
I was mentioning that, like, I wanted to cry during some scenes, but I'm like, I can't let anybody see me.
I heard you sniffle.
I have a cold.
Oh yeah, I have a cold.
I said that to him too. I was like, I couldn't tell if you were crying or you were just sniffling.
It was
always perfectly timed. Like, and they get like the emotional hug at the end. I see her. I'm like, he's crying.
I have a fucking cold.
But at least I mean, like,
my head is fucking packed.
Like, if I was a chick, I would have been bawling at that. Like, it would have been understandable.
There's just a few extra pixels in my eye.
But like the soundtrack, I was hearing songs from I was hearing an Owl City song. I heard a song from Rihanna. Even a Japanese pop band, I heard a song from. That blew my mind.
It is kind of all over the place, but it was good. It's like the entire movie was actually all over the place. There were so many storylines going on at once, but they tied it together in a way that's like, okay, we didn't address this until like 30 minutes into the movie. We're just going to leave it alone, and then we're going to come back to it later. And you kind of had that feeling like, they really want to draw you in. They do a damn good job of it.
They do.
Yay, Disney.
They always do this, like, they'll introduce something, and, like, you're supposed to forget about them, they'll come back, like, oh, fuck, I forgot about that, and, like, you feel stupid, and that's what they did with the ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the freaking Konami code. The Konami code.
They did the Konami code.
There's the Konami code in there, too. That opens up.
Up, down,
right, A, B, start, select.
Yeah, what was it? The King of Candy?
The King of Candy. He uses it to hack into the universe, I guess, the Matrix or something.
Of his game, yeah.
Of the code, I guess.
That was funny.
I think one of my favorite scenes in the movie was when they're talking and Zangief's like, when we're the villains, like, Zangief goes, well, if I wasn't villain, who would squash people's skulls like Robin's egg in between my thighs? That's what Zangief does.
Yeah, just,
it's a rough job, but did anyone else find it weird that, like, when they went
his show? Yeah, he was that dumb in this movie, and his accent was so great. It was he nailed it.
Favorite scene in the movie though is like they hang out at Tapper, the old root beer game, which I thought was really
pretty good. Hold on,
but then he's like, oh, you know, Ralph's going through the lost and found, and he's just thinking through stuff, and he whips out like there's like a power up mushroom, and he whips out the exclamation point for Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, and then,
what is this?
And then he's just like he whips out Zangief's like man panties.
It's
I'm just like, oh, Zangief. I'm like, what the fuck was like?
Yeah, what was he doing without his? I didn't think about that.
Like, I want that movie where it's just like the mini-series, what happens after hours at Tappers.
And then he puts those on another guy whose armor he takes.
Yeah.
Well, he's got decency, man. Which means is that Space Marine freeballing in that spacesuit, I guess? Because he's like,
unless he put his clothes on too.
Probably.
And his underclothes, yes.
well, he puts Zangief's map in. You know those aren't fucking washed.
No,
because he wants
lost
to
and found. Yeah.
he said maybe.
So yeah, Zangief was just like, fucking root beer, yes.
Getting
root beer.
drunk off root beer, yes.
I have to let out my, you say my Dan Habiki. Another round.
Oh god.
Thank God.
So I think I would definitely have to say I would watch this, or I'd watch this.
Again.
I got this. It doesn't sound. I'd watch it again. It's just fucking awesome.
I'd watch it. What you're trying to say.
We watched it.
We watched it.
We watched this, or we got.
Mike excluded.
Doesn't make much sense anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Now that I think about it.
We watched this.
So after our yammering about it, you think you're gonna watch it?
This. I'll wait for the DVD.
Netflix.
Or Netflix, yeah.
I'd say I actually went into this movie thinking that it was a video game movie. I've seen many bad video game movies, and after a while I was like, okay, this kind of gives me this feel of Scott Pilgrim, where it was like, it's not really a video game, but it's got all these elements of a video game. So I was like, alright, and the way everything progressed, I'd say I watched this.
Sweet. I actually, speaking of that, I gotta say, when Scott Pilgrim came out, I was like, I knew it, this is happening, this is gonna suck, but it's gonna pave the way for, like, gaming culture to actually hit mainstream media. Like, this is gonna push it. And of course, did terrible in the box office, but what the fuck do we care? We still love the shit out of it.
That was awesome.
Yeah, like, we love the movie, but we're in the gaming culture. Outside of it, didn't do shit. But now we have Disney, like, forking out millions of dollars for the licensing fees to use Sonic and all these other characters to hit the mainstream in a gaming movie. Like, this is a step forward for our culture, and I'm proud of that.
Yeah, that reminds me of something we were talking about in the theater, when I was like, I wanted to see more cameos, and like, well, they can only afford so many. I'm like, it's Disney.
Oh yeah,
they bought Star Wars and still had money left over for this.
No problem, we'll just buy Star Wars.
What's today? Fucking Tuesday? I'll just buy Star Wars.
It's a good day to buy Star Wars, I think.
I was surprised though, throughout the whole movie, not one Sora from Kingdom Hearts reference.
That was amazing.
That we noticed.
I did see Disney princesses, but that's as close as I saw.
I didn't see any of
Doesn't mean
those.
anything.
Well, Kingdom Hearts and Disney princesses.
It kind of
It's an
goes
important
together.
point. It's not Sora. It's not Riku.
Yeah.
But it doesn't tell you Kingdom Hearts.
It
They
doesn't.
could just tell you.
No, I'm not saying it. They did Kingdom Hearts. I'm saying that's.
I'm just saying, I didn't see any Riku's.
Yeah.
Wait, someone say they saw Mega Man? Because I remember someone being like, "Oh, Mega Man!"
Yeah, it's not like
I didn't notice it.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I want to rewatch this movie. Just like every second pause, like, okay, who is it here? Like,
who's in the shot?
Make it a drinking game. Like every time this character appears in the background. Because I remember seeing Kami. I saw
Chun-Li was
Chun-Li.
Chun-Li was all over
I saw
it.
Peach and
Street Fighter was
Daisy.
everywhere, yeah.
Sonic was in there, but they
Dick
kind of
Doug
brought him
was
out.
there.
Dick Doug. I saw Joust. Fucking Joust
Yeah,
there.
I saw the Pong pedals. I was like,
Yeah, the Pong pedals was cool.
Hey, Pong-
I didn't see those. Where were they?
in the games, everything.
Oh,
was
Yeah, everything was in the game
Dude.
station.
Do you think Zangief would party with the Pong paddles?
Oh my god.
They-
He'd be
they
like,
played-
let me fucking drive you.
The left paddle.
Buster.
Left bus paddle, you are the guy. This is the guy right here.
The right pedal, he does not know what he's talking
He
about.
does not understand you like I do.
So Kyle, you said you'd obviously watch this, Ryan? Kyle, you had something to say?
It's like I said in the beginning. Usually, like even if I like a movie, like I love the hell of Avengers, but like I wouldn't like go, okay, I want to see it again immediately. This is a movie where I was
Like
fully
what?
awake after. Like,
Jesus Christ.
I-
Have you seen that movie now?
I think about 5.
Oh,
what's the thing? Like, this is a movie where I was like, we're walking out the theater. I'm like, let's go again. Let's watch it again. Like,
I would not go back.
usually I hate sitting in the theater for that long, but I'm like, I want to sit through it again. Let's go. Like 4 hours in the theater. Let's do this.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of, stay after the credits. There's a nod to all old school gamers. If you get it, I don't want to spoil it, but if you get it, props to you.
Not everybody will get it, but the right people will get it.
Right?
But yeah, definitely, we got this on that. I'd watch
I
it.
I heard you say it.
What?
The guy. You didn't see it. But what were you going to say?
Oh.
Oh, I thought.
I was going to try to
F5.
try to
Yeah.
transfer this to Ryan there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the best thing was when the best when you go into a movie and you come out surprised. Like I said, when I going into this, I had my doubts, but walking out of it, I was really impressed with it. Disney, they sometimes they don't like. Well, they don't treat things with like. I think the apprehension I had with it was just like going into it. They weren't gonna take it seriously. It's just like, oh, it's just like Toy Story video games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they did a really good job with it, and I came out. There was a lot of funny moments, a lot of good acting, a lot of good music. I recommend go seeing it.
This is a movie you
Watch
want
this.
to own on Blu-ray. Like, own the
yeah.
shit out of this movie.
I'm gonna buy it.
Definitely.
Why too?
Also, Wreck-It Ralph level in Next Kingdom Hearts, as we were talking.
Oh!
But then they'd have to pay out. They'd have to pay out the fucking ass because you had a guy like Sonic.
That would be
It's Disney. They can do it.
Well, first, what they have to do is give us a Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it
Well, they
up.
can make us Chain of
That's a
Dreams
totally different
or
video.
Chain of Memory Dreams
Chain of-
358.3865
Yeah.
continued re-etc.
Sleep.
coded. Birth.
Birth
Forgot
by
about
Dream
that one.
Sleep.
Yeah, birth by that.
They fucking
Yeah.
they needed some more. Didn't they use Tron technically twice now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Tron was a sweet ass level.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but they used the original Tron and they used Tron Legacy.
You know what level I want to see? I want to see a Sugar Rush level.
Oh,
I
man.
want that to
I
be
want
a
that game. I want that game.
Sugar Rush
Sugar
Racing.
Make that game.
What did I
We
say?
want it, Disney.
Make that game.
Make it
I
happen.
know you're watching us.
What was it? I saw some level. I saw some list where it's like the top 10 best games that don't exist.
Yeah.
Like games within a game or something.
Yeah. That's gotta go.
I want Sugar Rush on it. I would play Sugar Rush.
I would say Sugar Rush.
That'd be sweet.
And then, like you were saying, people would just be
Literally.
pissed because they keep using
Oh yeah, the little the Sarah Silverman character. Her whole thing is
Vanellope.
like Vanellope. Yeah,
that would be.
she like her thing is like she just glitches and it's just like all right and like
Teleports.
yeah. So it's just like oh that makes me special. And if this was like an actual game, everyone would just be sitting there going, fucking Vanellope's just OP, man. All the tournament players would be like, fucking, you're just playing Vanellope. You're not
She's
you're not
top tier.
playing any skill, man.
You gotta
it takes no skill to play Vanellope.
You gotta use Candlehead, you know.
You gotta use fucking Tafayette or whatever.
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Tap it up.
Taffeta.
Yeah. Alright, so I think that about wraps it up for us. Most of us are saying we're gonna watch this again.
We watched this.
Mike,
Oh wait.
we'll make you see it eventually.
There's no shame in waiting for DVD.
Yeah. Like I said,
Like I said, eventually we'll make it.
Yeah.
it wasn't like Avengers where it's like, oh my god, I have to see this opening night. I was like, I can survive without it.
Yeah.
Yes. But you should go out and see it.
Yeah.
Support this crap.
Definitely. Go
I want to see
this
a Wreck-It
movie.
Ralph 2.
Yeah, definitely. Alright.
What if they had a trailer for that, like at the very end, just like
Oh,
to
yeah.
be continued?
That
Like,
would-
oh,
I don't think the movie really needs a sequel.
No, I think it wraps it up pretty
seem
nice.
like
it doesn't need it. It's just I wouldn't complain if they made it.
Disney sequels are
I
bad.
just have to say,
Disney
grow-
sequels.
Oh, okay, that's true.
I just have to say though,
Mulan 2, Little Mermaid 2.
Any of the princesses too. Aladdin too.
I have yet to see a Disney
Didn't they make
sequel,
a third
so
Cinderella?
They're like
I think
at 8, I think.
Fourth one, I think.
Fourth one.
They go back in time in one, I think.
what?
Oh, yeah,
There's time. There's
Is there
time.
a TARDIS?
Yeah, I think
There's-
there is a time traveling like Cinderella
Stop
movie
it.
where they
Stop it.
they go back.
I had high
to
hopes
the
for
first
Disney.
one.
Stop it. Stop it.
No,
Oh, you redeemed yourself. No, you didn't, because Cinderella 3 exists.
not a single Disney like sequel except for maybe the Aladdin one.
Yeah,
Fucking
I
Toy
like-
Story.
Oh,
I like
yeah,
the
Toy
theme.
Toy Story, the
Well,
trilogy was.
Toy Star's Pixar, and
Which
Pixar
one?
can do no wrong. Like,
Pixar
They
was-
made Cars 2.
it's still not that bad. Have you seen it? It's not that
It's-
bad.
dude, it's got
not,
Bruce
it's not
Campbell in
that bad.
I hate-
Bad for Pixar
I hate
is like
Cars.
It's got
a
Bruce
decent.
Campbell though.
I'm not saying
This is
like,
a separate.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
going off.
And the
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.